Hello everybody, welcome to the Healing Place Energy School Kitchen. Welcome to my home. I haven't done a cooking show in ages and I figured, well, what can I do to lighten up everyone's spirit during this really crucial and hard times that everyone is facing and challenging with the coronavirus. So I figured, you know what, let me do a cooking show because people have been bugging me for years about doing more cooking demonstrations, and I promise I'm going to finish my cookbook, but it's just that matter of there's so many things I enjoy doing that I can't fit everything into my schedule, but now I have a lot of downtime. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to make Asian chicken with fresh tomatoes and peas. Let me talk about how I'm going to prepare this dish. I am going to use it for 2 people because I don't really know how to cook for 2 people, but it's really enough for 4 to 6. I have about, I would say, 8 chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs, which I have put into a bag. Then I'm going to mix a marinade of container of hoisin, hot teriyaki sauce, garlic, and brown sugar. Gonna mix this really well and then pour everything into a bag, as you can see, and marinate for 24 hours, at least a minimum. And then once it's ready to go, I will lay it out on a roasting sheet and broil the chicken, I would say 8 minutes per side, around there, because it's going to be partial cook and then it will continue to cook in the sauce. So here with the chicken, it's laid out. I like to have everything faced up, so it's ready to go into the oven. Here I am, I'm preparing some of the other ingredients that I need to saute the tomatoes and peas. I am going to use some fresh ginger. So being true to nature to myself, I am not going to peel the skin off the ginger. Some people do. I have not found it to be any different. So I have cut like 4 or 5 pieces of ginger like this. And then I'm going to do is smash it down like this. This is going to release the flavors of the ginger. So I'm going to use 4 to 5 pieces of ginger, fresh ginger. And I'm going to do the same with garlic, depending on how garlicky you like your food. I'm going to smash it like this and release the skins. And then some people chop it up. To be honest with you, I don't even chop up my garlic. I just don't find a reason to do so. Okay. So, because we like things very garlicky in our house, I am going to use a lot. So I'm going to set all of this aside like so. And I'm going to put it on a little plate to get me ready, my herbs and spices to go like this. And now I'm going to cut up the tomatoes. The tomatoes, I like to use fine, ripe tomatoes. If you have garden tomatoes, that's wonderful. So whatever you feel comfortable with. For about, to do 3 chicken thighs, 4 chicken thighs, I like my sauce to be very tomatoey. So I'm going to do 3 whole tomatoes like this and cut it into quarters. So yes, I'm a loud chopper. I've had this cutting board now for about 40 years. And I'm one of those people, I don't believe in buying new equipment. My sister makes fun of me and she says, Helen, you use the same stuff over and over again. And that's very, very true. So I'm everything ready to go like this. And I'm going to show you how full my plate is. See? Isn't that beautiful? You see the red tomatoes? And now I have, I would say about a cup, maybe a cup and a half of frozen peas. And these are ready to go. In a large frying pan like this, you want to add 2 tablespoons of either olive oil or vegetable oil. Add your chopped or whole garlic and ginger and press down because you want to start to release the flavor. You want to brown the garlic slightly until you could smell it in the air. Because one thing, there's a lovely combination of both garlic and ginger together. Once you begin to smell the fragrance of the ginger and garlic releasing, this is where you add your tomatoes. and you're going to saute. If it looks a little dry, add a little bit more oil. Saute until the tomato starts to soften. If you don't like the tomatoes this big, you could cut it up into smaller chunks. The smaller the chunks, the quicker it will cook. This is going to take anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes of cooking down the tomatoes. Keep sauteing. Notice that the tomatoes are starting to cook and start to release its juices. At this point, you could add a couple tablespoons of oyster sauce. Like this, because we are a gluten-free household, we do everything fairly gluten-free. Or you could use regular oyster sauce. Put in about, I would say, 2 tablespoons. Saute again. Add a couple of cubes of sugar, or maybe 1 teaspoon. I'm not a sugar fan, so I have a tendency to add as little as possible. To quicken the cooking process, you can put a lid on it, and this is going to cook much quicker. And continue to stir. If you notice the skin of the tomatoes are starting to loosen, you can remove the skin if you like. I usually like my tomatoes really cooked down well. But some people might like it in this state. Now add your peas like this and stir again. If you have chicken broth, that'd be wonderful. This is a homemade chicken broth. If you have canned, that's fine. Add about a half a cup of chicken broth. And now let this cook down. We're waiting for the chicken to be cooked from the broiler, and then I'm going to slice it up and put it in. The chicken is done. Look how beautiful golden it is. I am going to cut it up and add it to the sauce. I think the color's absolutely incredible. So I've cut up the chicken like this. I included the sauce from I would say, the drippings from the chicken. Some people will include it and some people won't. But I like the extra flavor of the chicken drippings because it adds another dimension to the dish. I'm going to pour it in like this. See, as you're going, you're probably thinking, Helen, are you feeding an army? Yes, I am. Even though there's only the 2 of us right now, but I still do not know how to cook enough for just 2 people. So this is going to probably feed us for probably 3 days. And I am just going to stir the chicken in because remember, everything is already cooked. You don't want to overcook it by adding to extend its cooking time. And from here, some people like to make a gravy. I'm not a big gravy maker because to me, that's extra calories, extra carbohydrates, but people have to have a visual by making a gravy. And what this is a cornstarch surrey. Is 2 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed with, I would say, 3/4 cup of water. Wait until the sauce, the drippings are boiling, and you want to pour in just enough of a surrey to thicken it, and it will only thicken when it comes to a boil. So you will not know how thick the sauce is until it starts to boil again. Some people like a thin sauce, some people like a thick, and again, in my case, I like a I do no sauce. And see how the chicken and the tomatoes are becoming glossy? And let it cook for another, I would say, minute, and you're done. You could serve this dish with rice, noodles, or if you're eliminating all extra grain carbohydrates, eat it as is. So let it cook for another minute. Some people would like to put a lid, and that's, again, this will cook it quicker. But just keep moving around, because if you don't move it around, what's going to happen, the cornstarch is going to burn at the bottom of the pot, of the pan. Oh my God, this is wonderful. I hope very much you enjoyed this cooking demonstration. It's been a long time since I've done one. And here, I'm gonna even taste the food. Check this out. I put it in a little bowl like this. Milo, my puppy, is standing behind me. Of course, he wants to taste. What's really important with Chinese cooking is everything is in the preparation, but the cooking time, as you can see, is really quick. You're gonna marinate the chicken overnight, and the ingredients and everything that I have for this recipe is listed in the box above or below. And once everything is prepared, I'll tell you, the cooking, you could go from refrigerator to table, I would say in about 20 minutes. That's all it takes. So let me give this a try. And most importantly, do not overcook your food. We like to cook food that is just cooked through, not like rubber. We just don't do rubber. So here I'm going to try this piece of chicken. I cooked it better this time. Last time, I wasn't paying attention. I let the chicken cook too long in the broiler. So while the chicken is cooking under the broil, you're making your sauce. At the same time you're making your sauce, if you decide to do rice, you put all of these things together. Basically, this is an incredible one-pot meal that's nutritious, it's light, and it's fast. So this is Helen Chin Lui from the Healing Place Energy School. I bid you a good day. Be safe, be well, and let me know if you enjoyed this recipe. Bye-bye.